G'day guys and welcome to this A-League edition of Beyond the 90. I am your host, Alex Alleman. Well, if you wanted to script the opening round of the A-League, it would have gone something like it has. It was an absolutely fantastic round of Australian football, and you could not have expected any better. Of absolute treat for all A-League fans. So I'm just going to quickly go over the news. I'll give you a overview of the round 1 games, and then I will give you a preview of round 2 this weekend. So in the news, Melbourne Victory came out on the Friday night and thumped the Asian Champions League finalists Western Sydney Wanderers a resounding 4-1. Beresat Berisha led from the front and really had the victory flowing. The link-up play was fantastic and a real treat for all Melbourne Victory fans. I do feel, however, that Western Sydney Wanderers should be able to bounce back. I do feel at the moment Popovic is very focused on that Asian Champions League final, trying to get an Australian team to actually win that tournament. So he should be able to bounce back, but a fantastic start for the Melbourne Victory and a fantastic opening to the A-League this season. In other news, David Villa got off the mark off the bench against Sydney FC on Saturday night, scoring his debut goal. Wasn't anything that we wouldn't expect from the Spanish striker. An absolute classy goal into the bottom corner. Fantastic for him to get off the mark in a new country, a new league, and I expect him to do the same. I do feel, however, maybe next round he might be starting the match. He did come on off the bench, so I expect David Villa to be able to start the next game. I do feel that Van Schip is just starting to ease him in to Australian football, but fantastic by David Villa to get off the mark. And in the final bit of news for the round 1, Matty McKay was sent off in the Brisbane game. Now, a few of the pundits are saying that Brisbane went out rather aggressively in their opener against Adelaide United. For me, I don't think they went out with over-aggression. I think they were just really hungry to get off the mark, and I think they might have overcompensated a little bit on a few of their more aggressiveness towards the ball. I don't feel that they were too aggressive. I think that they just were really hungry and trying to get off the ground running. So it's a bit of a shame for Matty McKay to see red, but Brisbane will have to do without him for the next round of games. So I'll give you a quick overview of the scores from round 1. So the first match saw Melbourne Victory triumph over the Western Sydney Wanderers in a 4-1 victory. Central Coast Mariners just edged it in a 93rd minute winner over the Newcastle Jets. Sydney FC and Melbourne City could not be separated in a 1-1 draw. Perth Glory with a fantastic away win, 2-1 away win against Wellington Phoenix. And Brisbane slipped up at home against Adelaide United, going down 2-1. So that all leads into a fantastic round 2 of games that has a few derbies on the way, which will bring out the best of the teams that are competing in them and should bring out the best in all the rest of the games. So the games we have to look forward to this week, starting off, is Adelaide United against Melbourne Victory. Well, it'll be a fantastic game. This match is a real derby. The teams love coming up against each other. Melbourne Victory have been able to edge at the last few games, so I expect them to be able to start off strong. Beresat Berisha is an absolute superstar. However, Adelaide United have got some quality in their ranks as well, so this one could really go down to the wire. However, I do feel that Victory will keep their strong start going and should be able to get up over Adelaide United. The second game of the round sees the Central Coast Mariners face the Wellington Phoenix at home. Central Coast, look, they managed to get the 93rd minute winner. I do feel that they should be able to start their home form off strong, and they'll want to get off the ground as well at home. So I do feel that they should be able to comfortably beat Wellington away. For Wellington, they do need to work on their form at home and away level. More importantly, I feel that they want to try and get their home form very solid away. They should just try and really go for the 3 points when they come on offer. So this one here should be a battle for Wellington. However, I do see Central Coast Mariners winning it quite comfortably. The second derby of the round sees Sydney FC against the Western Sydney Wanderers. Now, this is going to be an absolutely fantastic game. Western Sydney have got a lot to prove after their 4-1 thrashing against the Victory. And Sydney FC, look, against the Melbourne City, they were against the run of play. They scored. I do feel that they'll want to start off a lot stronger in this match, and they're facing a rather depleted Western Sydney side. So I do feel that they should be able to take it to them. However, I'm going to give this game to Western Sydney Wanderers to get back onto winning form. The next game of the round sees Melbourne City versus the Newcastle Jets, and this one is played in Melbourne. So I'm going to give this one to Melbourne City quite comfortably. They'll want to get off the ground running, get their first win of the season, and I do feel that Van Schip might be starting David Villa in this one, so expect a few goals for the Spanish superstar. And also keep an eye out for Damien Duff. The Chelsea legend started off very strongly in that game against Sydney FC. For Newcastle, it's going to be a battle for them. They'll want to try and sort of catch them on the break, maybe go play a bit of counter-attacking football to try and get past the Melbourne City defensive line. But I do feel that Melbourne City will be too strong. And the final game of the round sees Perth Glory host the Brisbane Roar in Perth. Now, Perth started off the round one with a fantastic away win against Wellington, and I expect their home form to mirror their away form this round, and they should be able to make that stadium in Perth an absolute fortress for any team that wants to come there and try to take points off them. Brisbane, look, the defending champions suffered a little bit of a speed bump in their first game, but I do expect them to come back out and be very strong against the Glory. So I'm going to give this game to Brisbane only just. I do expect them to either win 1-0 or maybe 2-1. So keep an eye on Brisbane. They'll want to start their they'll want to really start their campaign over again with a win in round 2. Well, that's all we've got time for in this A-League edition of Beyond the 90. Please make sure that you keep up to date with my blogs on www.beyondthe90.net. Follow me on Twitter @Alex_Ellerman. And good luck to all the A-League sides this upcoming round. They gave us an absolute spectacle in the first round, and I expect even better out of round 2. Cheers, guys, and I will see you next week.